What is up, guys? My name is Aubrey and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be doing something a little bit different than normal, and I'm having my friend Justin join us for a video. So in today's video, we will be discussing the 5 do's and the 5 don'ts of Turo and Hyrecar. But that's not it. You see, in this video on my channel, we'll be discussing the 5 do's, and then on Justin's video on his channel, we will be discussing the 5 don'ts. And so once you are done watching this video, then make sure to click on the link in the description below, and then you will find the link to Justin's channel where you can watch our video that we created on the 5 don'ts of Turo and Hyrecar. And so I am pumped for this video. It was so awesome collaborating with Justin. And so with that, let's jump right into the video and get started with an introduction from Justin himself.
What is up, guys? My name is Justin, and today, like Aubrey said, we're going to be talking about the do's, the must-do's of the rental car business. Well, I have a YouTube channel about side hustles, the rental car business, which is one of my own biggest personal businesses that I have, and a bunch of other stuff as we reach financial freedom, and I document that journey. So today, me and Aubrey, we put together a video of the must-do's of the rental car business, whether you're renting on Turo or Hyrecar. We're going to go over everything that you need to know, the must-do's if you're going to go get started, grow your business, or you're already established. So I'm going to give it to Aubrey so she can give you the first one.
The number one most important thing that you need to make sure that you do if you are going to do Turo or Hyrecar, and this even applies to platforms like Airbnb, is read the terms of service. I am begging you from the bottom of my heart, please read the terms of service. The terms of service, if you are going to be taking part in a peer-to-peer sharing platform, needs to be your Bible. In that terms of service, you will find things like what cars can be listed, what the requirements are, what your reimbursement setup looks like, how much you can charge, what the insurance policy is, what you need to do to be protected in insurance. It outlines every single thing that you need to know in order to succeed on the platform, or at least at the very minimum, follow the rules of the platform. If you cannot take the time to read the terms of service, then you have no business being on a platform like Turo or Hyrecar. So before you do anything, before you list your car, before you go out and buy a car, before you decide how much money you're going to make, please read the terms of service. I am begging you. So the second thing that you need to remember to do, and this one is an important one, is do not cut corners when it comes to checking in and out your vehicles, and make sure to take your own photos every single time a car gets returned or a car goes out on rental. This is something that I have preached really pretty consistently since I started this channel, and it is so incredibly important. Take photos of everything. Take photos of the tires, the inside, the outside, the engine compartment, the undercarriage. Take photos of the roof, of the headliner, of seats, of underneath the seats. Take photos of everything you can, because that is what determines whether or not you are coverage for certain damage and whether or not you can prove if certain damage has occurred. Your number one defense when it comes to claims is your photos, so don't cut corners with them.
All right, so for our third tip that I have for you guys is to understand your potential customer long before you go and purchase a vehicle. Do not go purchase a vehicle willy-nilly just to see what'll happen and hopefully somebody will rent it on Turo. Who knows? That's not the way to go about this. If you're going to want to target, people going on vacation or families, then you might want a Suburban or a minivan or something like that. Maybe you want to target businessmen that are going from the airport, traveling. Then you're going to want something with more features, something a little more luxurious. Maybe you want to target YouTubers that are trying to ball out. So go get a Lambo. I have no idea. But what you should be doing is targeting people before you go and purchase your car. There's requirements that Turo has and Hyrecar have, and you need to understand those. For Turo, it's 130,000 miles on the car or less, and the vehicle needs to be 12 years or newer. And Hyrecar has a whole list of things like 4 doors, it can't be a subcompact car, and more and more. So you need to know before you go and spend not tens, not hundreds, but thousands of dollars on this investment to go make a profit, understand who you're going to be targeting first, because this is going to dictate kind of the other things that you do in your business. Do you deliver or not? Because if you're going to be targeting people that are going to the airport and you don't want to deliver, then you're going to be buying the wrong kind of vehicle. So there's so many different sub niches within the Turo and Hyrecar rental business. So pick what you want before. Nothing's better than the other. Just pick a strategy and stick with it, and then purchase a vehicle. All right, I'm gonna pass it back to Aubrey for our next tip.
The fourth thing that you need to do, and you need to remember if you want to be successful on platforms like Turo or Hyrecar, is that you need to understand the basics of business. I see all the time people come into platforms like Turo or Hyrecar or Airbnb, and they see their earnings graph and they say, I made X amount of dollars last month. And they automatically correlate earnings to profit. And that simply is not the case. And I think far too often these people don't take into account the expenses that are associated with renting out your car on Turo. Things like insurance costs, maintenance costs, tires, wear and tear. All of these things are costs that go into a vehicle whenever you rent it out. And you have to make sure that you take those things into account when renting out your car. Make sure that you understand what your end goal is with the business. Is this something that you're wanting to do just as a hobby, or is it something that you're wanting to grow and scale into a legitimate six-figure company? And that's something that you need to remember and you need to keep in mind throughout your Turo or Hyrecar journey. Is your mindset and kind of your end goal will dictate how you run the business. And remember, at the end of the day, whether you do this as a hobby or as a legitimate company, this is a business and you need to operate it as such, or else you won't last very long on the platform.
So I had a buddy of mine. He was really trying to get into a hire car. He had already listed a car that he already had, got one rental, and he was ready to buy his second one. So he went out, purchased a vehicle, all super excited, texted me a picture and said, look what I just bought. And I was like, oh no, it's a 2-door vehicle. It has to be 4 doors. You can't rent that out. And he was just like, oh. That is a $3,000 mistake made. It could have been easily avoided by networking. And that's our next tip. If you just talk to other hosts, share, bounce ideas off of each other, grow together and mutually, then you could be so much more effective, better, grow faster, grow stronger, and have a better business. When you're around like-minded people, you can do things like subscribe to both of our YouTube channels, comment down below. There you can find a community of everyone else that's doing similar things to you in different areas. You can go on Facebook. There are a plethora of Facebook groups. I know both me and Aubrey are a part of a Turo group on Facebook. You can find, you can even go down and message people on Turo or Hyrecar in your area and say, hey, I'd love to talk to you. Can I take you out for some coffee? Not now because we're under quarantine, but when all this clears up, go ahead and do that. But just know that there is a wisdom in a multitude of counselors. And so just giving advice from other people as you come, you learn, and you just kind of like get along with other hosts in your area, you'll be able to be established quicker and understand and make less mistakes and learn from others. And look, if you are experienced, you have 1,000 trips, you have 100 cars, that's fine. You might not need to learn from someone just starting, but there's a refreshment when you go ahead and you start teaching people underneath you and helping and mentoring. There's good things that come from that. And also you just kind of remind yourself of the basics. You know what? I should be doing these things. Sometimes I forget, but if I share with other hosts that are just starting, I'm a better owner, I'm a better host, and I get better reviews because I'm more involved in my community. So guys, you know what? Share with the community, give, and you know what? It'll come right back. So it's amazing to network. You really should take some time to get to know some other hosts, be involved in the community, and just immerse yourself in your new business. All right, guys, that is it for this video, but hold up, don't click off yet. If you go right down to the description, there's gonna be a link where you can go watch the don'ts of the rental car business, the second part to this series where me and Aubrey put together everything that you should not do when renting out your car on Turo or Hyrecar. So go check that out. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, but we will see you guys in the next one.